Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and today I will be talking about the gradient tool. Now the gradient tool is one of the tools that is commonly used here in Photoshop as well as in Adobe Illustrator as well. So gradients is a really fun tool which is used to add it's basically used to enhance your images and illustrations a lot better. And without further ado, without further ado, let's dive right in. Right, so there are two ways where you can apply the gradient tool in your document. Right, so the first method is actually coming over here and finding the gradient tool right here. Okay, so the gradient tool is over here, and the shortcut key for this tool is the letter G. Right. So as you can see that by this drop down box, you will see these are some of already the preloaded gradient colors right here. But we can edit these as well. So if I select this, right? So if I double click on this, we can actually change the color here as well. So for example, I don't want my gradient to be black and white, but I want the white to be there, but I want some different color over here instead of black. So I'll double click on this and then I can choose whichever color I want. So while I choose my color here, you can also see that the color is changing over here as well. So let's keep it dark blue, right? And actually let us change the white as well. So let's just keep it to a nice light blue shade like this. Okay? So we got a gradient right here. So we have the first one selected over here, which is the linear gradient tool, which usually goes from left to right or from top to bottom. Right? So if I just drag my mouse here like this, you can see that the gradient then gets added. Similarly, if I change the side, like that. You can do the same thing with the corners as well if you like. You can get it from a particular angle if you want, or even do the same thing from bottom to down or up to top, however you want it, right? So now, personally, I also really like this radial one right over here, right? So what happens is with the radial, it'll look something like this, right? Like that. So that's that. This was the radial one. So radial usually happens from the middle one like that. Okay. So then what? So this was part one as to how you can actually add the gradient from the tool right over here. But you can also add the gradient from this adjustment layers as well. So if you click on the adjustment layers from the layers panel, you'll get this option right. I'll also add a new layer and I'm going to fill this with a solid color for now. Let's just fill it up with white for now. Okay, so now let me show you how you can add a gradient over here. So pretend that this is like your new blank document. Right, so I'll go over here to my adjustments layer and I'll open gradient panel over here. And as you can see that you can now also change, you can do the similar type of editing as well. So for example, let's just take some other one, like let's just take this purple and blue one here. Right. So we can also adjust this if we want. So in the style, we can keep it radial. And if I want, we can keep this reverse. No, actually, like that. Okay. And you can also adjust this like from the sliders over here. And okay, like that. So this was the radial. So if you want, you can also reverse this as well to see how it looks like. Right. And that's that. So the angle one, of course, it's a little different. You can give it a particular angle like this and see how it works. So you can just play around with this as well. So that's the best part. Like if you use the gradient from the adjustments layer, you actually can, play around with the angles, and you'll get more options from the adjustment layer right over here. So this was the gradient tool. So I now that we've come to the end of our video, I hope you found this gradient tool to be a lot useful. And with a little practice, you can add different kinds of gradients to your backgrounds and make your illustrations a lot better. So thank you for watching and stay tuned.